guys, welcome to another exciting episode of Tech-Tonic, the podcast. Our apologies for taking time to release this episode, but we're finally here.
Tangatine flu.
So handing over to Bugs.
Okay, so I think for starters, just want to thank everyone who is supporting us. And Tinema, we have got people who are supporting us every day, who are watching the videos. Thank you guys. Just telling others to subscribe also. But today we just want to mention one person.
Special comment.
This guy has got a special comment. I think with the username Teaser Maple. Yeah, we'll show you the comment. He commented one of our videos. That was a long comment, bro. That was such a long comment, and I think it's actually it's actually an interesting thing to know that there are people who can actually watch this video and with their wholeheartedly sit down to write this kind of comment. It's a very long comment. I think I'll just read maybe the few lines. Said, I commend your initiative in establishing this platform and spearheading this movement for tech enthusiasts in the Zimbabwean sphere. I enjoyed the insightful discussion you guys had on the implication of Starlink and the introduction to Zimbabwe. Then he I think it's actually a paragraph.
Yeah, it's a long
paragraph. We'll share but I'm really grateful for this, to see people who actually wholeheartedly listen to the podcast and wholeheartedly sit down and draft these kind of things. It's actually a good thing for us. Anyway, bro, for I think I'm really like I can't believe what's happening in the Zim space, especially the cyberspace. A lot of things are happening. Weird things too, indeed.
Are they weird?
A lot.
Are they weird?
It's weird. It's really weird. I don't understand where we are going wrong as Zimbabweans. There was a bank that was hacked. I think it's not a good thing if you mention the name, but there was a bank that got hacked, and say week now, see Instagram account was hacked. I will enjoy it. we saw a lot of conversation, people's wives, all those kind of things. Won't read down that. There was this artist called Windsor. His Instagram account was hacked again, and the person who hacked the account was actually bragging, saying if there's one who's going to help this guy get back his account, I dare you do it. I will hack also your account. I don't know. On top of that, I think we can start with those three. What's happening? What do you think is wrong with us?
I think from the first episode when we discussed when we talked about security, it comes back to that I think there are international players, right?
Yeah.
That are realizing that there is money moving. Remember that Zimbabwe is moving US dollars.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So imagine you're sitting in Indonesia,
and
you realize that there's a country in Southern Africa that is moving Zimbabwe, like United States dollars, right? And let's say you decide to play an exploit and you're successful. So I think that's the situation. We're in a situation where, like you mentioned, the world is a global village, as we know. So we have the situation that anyone can attack anyone. And when your security is weak because you think, well, we are in Southern Africa, who can attack us?
Yeah.
But then you are targeted and you're attacked. And it's not only that bank, a number of other banks were also attacked, I think a while ago.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a precarious situation. But it's because the world is a global village and we as Zimbabweans are not closing that skill gap. Because you find out at the end of the day when these things happen, people end up like looking for specialists abroad and hiring consultants and whatnot. But like we have to cover that skill gap, like starting from our colleges, starting from the people in industry, starting from even conferences. Developers have conferences like recently
Yeah.
It's not recently now,
Yeah.
but like there was the Google I/O,
Yeah.
right? So the GDG.
There are a lot of those.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think we need that in security as well. I'm not a cyber security specialist or enthusiast or anything, but I just think we need those initiatives.
I think
that
you're mentioning an interesting point.
Yeah.
But there's that skill gap that need to be closed.
Yes.
And we are having these meetings where it's more of people who are in tech, meeting people who are in tech, and having discussions about things that have been in tech. But to be honest, actually, there was this other podcast, I forgot the name, but I'll try to put it in where people were talking about the problem that we have in Zimbabwe is that the economy is being run, and the economy and a number of companies that are being run by accountants. But the problem, no, wait. So you are saying the country is being run by by accountants, but we expect industrial revolution. When you bring it to tech, a number of companies, they are run by people, probably those accountants, people in the commercial side, right?
Yeah.
And we are having technological problems, cyber problems. Who are these people? Like the people in accounting or in the finance sector, do they understand the tech? Probably they don't. But when we are having these meetings, we are excluding them.
Yeah.
Is it a good thing?
No, I get you, but it boils back. It boils down to interest, right?
Yeah.
You cannot force, because you know what happens in companies, right?
Yeah.
A company is a combination of people with different skill sets.
Yeah, that's true.
So your CEO doesn't understand the tech that's going on in the company.
Yeah.
The accounting people, the business management people, they do not understand the underlying tech. That's why you have the CTOs in place. Those are the people who understand like what's going on in tech. So
Yeah.
I think maybe for them to know and appreciate, I think it would be a good thing to just attend, attend some of these conferences, some of these meetups. But I think, like we mentioned before, cybersecurity is a field that, I don't know, if people are interested, I think it's a very lucrative field. It's a promising field because Zimbabwe's tech space is only growing.
Yeah.
As we grow, we get more threats.
That's true.
And we get more attacks.
At the same time, this is what I think. I think as much as you have these meetups, we should have meetups that accommodate the people who doesn't understand tech. That should be a regular thing. Because the main issue that is affecting us is people without the knowledge of tech, people who are not into tech. They don't understand the threats that are within the tech. Like, I can give you an example. I think I was showing earlier with this email. Like my wife, she's actually looking for a job, right?
Okay.
So she applied, and it's actually yesterday. The fun thing, it's actually yesterday. Then she showed me, I got an offer from CBZ, but I didn't open it. It was in 12 May when she was applied. So I just opened the email and checked what was the deal, what were the details about, what was the job. Then I'm discovering, I will share some information, some stuff. I'm discovering the email was sent to combes190@outlook.com, right? Then that very same person is going to use a name that's written CBZ Bank Limited.
Yeah, so this is a standard phishing email. So like you're saying that the people in charge. So when these attacks happen, remember, I remember saying this, that when these attacks happen, it's not someone who's downloading a movie from Gujarat. It doesn't happen like that. It's a phishing email, right? Some people are employed and they are looking for jobs elsewhere, and this happens, and they respond to that email. And basically that's how the organization is infiltrated. So it's nice bringing up this story. I think we've shared this.
Yeah.
So it's proper phishing. You are into tech and you know these things. You know how to check like the sender information, the sender email.
Yeah.
You know how to check all of those things. Some people do not. Some people will just open and think, wow, this is a job opportunity. Let me apply. So imagine they send this one to probably 1,000 people,
Yeah.
If you get just 200, because when you scroll down, he's asking for 43
For 3 years.
43 US dollars, right?
So and there's a CPZ Prosper program.
Exactly. So imagine he's asking for 43 US dollars, and he wants to be paid through M-Pesa. Anyways.
You can visit Mkuru, both what?
You see. So imagine he gets like 20 people or even 100 people out of 1,000.
Like it
makes a lot of money.
It's a fortune.
So yeah, so
it's a fortune indeed.
Basically, we go back to that thing that cybersecurity is.
So I think we should accommodate the people who are not into tech tech discussions.
True.
I think this podcast is one of the platform that we've created for you guys. Let these people come and listen to this. They will get something out of it. But before we leave this,
moving on.
No. Like this, the big companies were hacked, but we actually have some hacks that are happening to individuals.
To the individuals.
So this is the company or
so when it comes to people, right? When it comes to individuals, so these are popular people. I don't like mentioning their names, or though you already did. But anyways, when it comes to popular people, they are targets.
Okay.
That's the first thing to begin with.
Yeah.
That's what I think anyways.
Yeah.
They are targets, right?
Yeah.
So when you're a target, you're vulnerable. Just like I might not have 2FA on my accounts, but because I'm not a target, because my account doesn't have any kind of value, any kind of intrinsic value, no one will particularly target me.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe some random fluke will attack me, or you attack my Facebook and whatever. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Right. But when you're an influential person, or when you're an artist or a musician or whatever, so you need to have like checks in place to protect your account.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
when it comes to two-factor authentication, right? When you have two-factor authentication. When you have that on your accounts, be it your Facebook, be it your Instagram, be it anything. So mobile banking applications have OTPs, right? To verify the person, to verify that is it really you.
Yeah.
They send you the OTP and you confirm it comes to your email, and even what Google does. When you sign in on another device, it sends an email to the original device asking, is this really you?
That's true.
So when you have those things in place, it's a bit difficult for you to get attacked. So I was reading on Reddit. So this guy got hacked, right? And the hacker enabled 2FA. So that's a difficult scenario. When someone enables 2FA on your account. So I think I know it might be deeper than that. You guys can let us know in the comments. It might be deeper than that, but from looking at it from a layman's perspective.
Cool.
Okay, we just had a power cut. Nice. Anyways, going on. So this. What was I saying?
Oh, you were talking about having 2FA on a device.
Yeah. So having that from a layman's perspective, it's like the basic defense that you have, and also having a strong password. You can't have a password that's called SADSA. Or your name,
and these
or
people
your
like
wife's
to use
name.
their date of birth.
Exactly, your date of birth, or your surname, or your children's name. Those things. People can easily.
The moment you realize that you're now on the public space, you should know how to protect your account.
Yeah, so
let's not be lazy.
I also think that they need proper, social media managers. I think those people, I think it should be like a requirement for them to know the basics of account protection.
But these things have been happening a lot. Where you get a social media account, when you guys fall out, then the person run away with the account. Why? Remember that the very same guy we were talking about, Windsor. She was dating this other lady, and when they fall out, the lady ran away with the social media accounts.
Run away. So anyways, so the other thing is that if you can prove that it is really you, I think you can talk to Instagram and they can restore your account. So I think it's a bit of a far cry, but the basics is securing your account.
If you don't know how to secure your account,
I'm
then
gonna
don't have nonsense in your account.
Yeah, but like,
You know what I'm talking about.
yeah. Anyways, moving on. We have Dolphin Telecoms. I think we mentioned this one in the previous episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dolphin is a mobile virtual network operator. So apparently it will be riding on the existing infrastructure that's already there and paying a license fee.
Yeah, I actually checked on their website.
Mm-hmm.
They said they got a contract of some sort with Telecom.
With Telecom, okay.
I feel like, to be honest, this is one of those products that are too late. Like you have a product.
How is this one too late, bro?
Wait. Let me cook. This is one of the situations where you have a product in mind, right? Like you're implementing it, but you just realize it's now too late.
Okay, I think you have to explain and say, I think it's too late because of ABC. We need to know. Let the people know.
What they are trying to achieve is to reduce. Like they're saying, it's more like they'll be combining packages from Econet, packages from Telesom, packages from Network, right? And they bring a single package that will be a little bit cheaper. And in some way, they'll be managing. They're trying to achieve what they are actually trying to achieve is reduce the price of data. But we already have Starlink coming.
So, yeah, I get you. I mean, Starlink is coming, and Starlink is a big disruptor. We'll cover a bit more on that later. But I think we need competition, you know. Competition at the end of the day is good for the consumer. Yeah. It doesn't matter if you have, you know, in Zim we had Econet, and like Econet is that company that is that service provider, right? That provides excellent service.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Not all the time.
Okay.
Sorry. But like when you have Net One, right? Yeah. And you have Teleso, it means that you have choice, right?
Yeah. Net One seems like
exactly.
it's about to get out of the game. Things are getting messy.
More on that later.
Things are getting messy.
Anyways, when you have several like MNOs operating, it's good for the consumer at the end of the day, because this one thinks of a funny package and it's actually good for you. You remember when we were in college, Net One had some funny package for students, and Econet at the same time had a package for students.
Yeah,
so that's a good
lockdown,
thing.
Yeah,
exactly. So that's a good thing for the consumer, because at the end of the day, we are consumers. We are concerned about the consumer. We want that. I know that Starlink is coming. I know that Starlink is an obvious threat to a number of operators like ISPs. They're in trouble.
Yeah.
But the good thing is that we have these MNOs, right, operating. So Starlink, when Starlink comes, it's Wi-Fi, it's home Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah.
It's not the MNO that you want. It's not a mobile network operator.
Yes.
So this one is a virtual network operator.
Yeah.
Right.
But
so this is probably, I don't know the product. Maybe it'll be a SIM card, right, that you can travel with. So you can look at internet.
Yeah, they have got SIM cards.
Exactly.
But what I'm saying, the biggest issue is they're bringing a product that is riding on already depleted infrastructure.
Is it depleted, or it's not being used to capacity?
Oh, maybe you can say it's not. Alright. What I can say, let me rephrase it. Say.
Yeah, thank you.
They are riding on the technology, on the infrastructure that is not sufficient for Zimbabwean space.
Is it not sufficient?
Yeah.
Because
wait. Let me cook. We have, like, for example, in my village right now, we used to use Telecom. That was our main network. Then I don't know what happened to it. Up to now it's not working. There was Net One. It wasn't sufficient. Right? Then Econet came. That means in my village, if this Dolphin thing is going to work, it's going to ride on non-working Telecom infrastructure. Not sufficient enough infrastructure for Net One. And the Econet that just came. So it's more like we're still depending on Econet. There is no competition that they're delivering. They're just, I don't know. It seems like they're just here for the money.
I get you. So I think we can we can give them a chance.
Tell the guys from Dolphin to come and explain this.
Anyway, so according to Nyasha Charumbira, the MD, they're saying that they've already secured an agreement with one mobile network operator.
That's Telecoms.
Yeah, and their model aims to create a new layer of efficiency in the virtualization space. So I think
it's a layer. I mean, the engine will top, bro.
So I think, but like I'm really excited to see this one. I'll check it out when it comes.
To be honest, I'm not.
So in the internet space, in the internet service provider space, T1. They're all dinosaurs. I know, right? No, sorry. But anyways, T1 is in a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, like capacity, like infrastructure. Because T1 used to have like massive infrastructure across the country, but then they relaxed, and then Liquid Telecoms came.
Yeah.
And they were disrupted. So
the interesting thing, they are not. They actually they admit that they've been sleeping at work.
I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing because Taiwan is a parastatal, right? So it's a good thing for them to actually see that they've been playing, because this is a big company. It's a big brand.
Yeah.
They also have like cloud computing somewhere that they don't sell to people.
Mm-hmm.
But something interesting that happened is that Taiwan partners with OneWeb, which is Starlink's competitor, and this is quite amazing. What do you think about that?
So one thing I like is when people make mistakes and they
realize. You like mistakes.
they help us realize where we went wrong. And these guys, they just admit that if they are not, they don't start playing their cards well, they're getting out of the game. Yeah,
true. That's basically true, because Liquid Telecoms properly disrupted Taiwan. So I think this is a good move, because now in terms of infrastructure, right?
Yeah.
They do not have the capacity to dig up the country like Liquid did at the time.
Yeah.
They cannot start laying out fiber. And also I think Liquid should share fiber with other service providers. What do you think?
I think people in Zimbabwe, they're just selfish.
Yeah, true. Because I think...
Go back to episode 1. We're telling you, these companies are just selfish.
Yeah, because I think these guys can share infrastructure, and they share infrastructure, and then the services are different. I don't know. Because imagine a situation where Taiwan digs up our... They dig up our
maybe
country.
They should just Dolphify their...
Yeah, so anyways, I think that's a good move. So OneWeb operates a bit like Starlink, but unlike Starlink, I think it can work with the existing service providers. And so actually the CEO Nkala, I don't know his first name, I'll look it up anyways. He says technology is here to stay, and with the coming of low Earth orbit OBT in the country, Starlink, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Affordability of the internet is what we want to look at. We will partner with low Earth orbit satellite providers, and Taiwan this week concluded a partnership with a low Earth orbit satellite provider. We will see to it that the launch of our services will be in Q3 or Q4 2024. We have partnered with Eutelsat OneWeb, and the deal is basically that we will be reselling their services and we'll be doing the deliveries.
I think it's a good thing for them.
Yeah, it's a good thing, and it's a good thing.
There's one comment that when I shared this thing with you, there's a comment that you wrote. I need to read this. You said, if you are being entirely honest, these guys, T1 in the bracket, the companies, have been sleeping all this while. Starlink pretty much exposed that they've been doing nothing for the past 20 years or so.
Did I write that?
I seem so. No, this part I'm not going to read it. But anyway,
okay.
I think it's actually resonate with all this guy is saying.
Yeah, so
they've realized what they were going wrong.
Yeah, true.
And it's actually good for us.
So hopefully they'll slash prices.
Definitely, that's where you're going. And it seems like on what so? There's another package, some package that is created also that are actually cheaper.
Yeah. So I think
Starlink it's making things change.
It's making things change. So what I think is that you've been to India, right? So the internet should be easily available.
Yeah.
For the dissemination of information, for closing that knowledge gap that we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
So we need that to happen. We need, I think, the 16 million people in Zimbabwe to easily have access to the internet. Like, everyone should be able to access the internet.
To be honest, I feel like also, if internet is cheaper, our selling point shouldn't be internet. Our selling point should be products.
Yeah, true.
That utilizes internet.
Yeah, so the thing is, you know why USSD is popular in Africa versus European countries?
Internet issues. Yeah.
I'm not saying USSD is bad. It's good. It's actually a great technology.
Yeah.
We are solving our own problems in our way, because in our own unique way.
Yeah.
Because it's far much simpler to develop USSD than to bring Wi-Fi to Gogo or Rumosha.
Yeah.
So, but then we have to reach that point where we have that internet connectivity, and we start developing our solutions. So I think, like, picture your life before the internet and after the internet. You have so much exposure, like possibilities. You know what can happen. You know the things that you can do when you have the internet. But when you don't have the internet, you're sort of closed off, right?
That's true.
You see what other people are doing. You look at your own situation. You create your own unique solutions. So well done, Tewa.
That's good. Then SpaceX moves the launch date to 2025.
Yeah, so I was reading about that.
To be honest, there's a lot of drama associated with this.
I don't think it's SpaceX's fault. I just think, as a country, we are not prepared for this product. I know there was a lot of talk about the government requiring licensing and all of that.
Yeah.
But I think when the company started to process the licensing, they discovered the red tape that is involved in this country.
Yeah.
So I think that's the other thing where, it shouldn't be difficult for service providers to set up in your country.
But I understand where they're coming from.
Yeah,
it's more of they're afraid of the security risk associated with this product.
It's true, right? But, it's basically saying that we were lagging behind. We were not prepared. We do not have policies in place for these kinds of things. Yeah. So imagine a situation where, I'm not well versed in medicine, but I'm just saying, like, imagine a vaccine comes. Basically, I think we have policies in place or infrastructure in place or people who know that, no, this thing goes through checks ABC. And once this thing passes these checks, then we can administer it to our people, to our population.
Yeah.
And so I think in the tech space, that is lacking, because this is an innovation, and as a country, we're not prepared. Like, we didn't know how to deal with this. So I think once this SpaceX thing is concluded, we want to see how OneWeb and Tawan, how they're going to navigate the licensing issue, how the partnership is going to work. But I think we were not prepared. That's why it's taking so long, because I think it's moved to 2025, right?
Yeah.
Rather than Q4.
Yeah.
So.
This whole story, it's actually. But anyway, let's watch the space and see.
Yeah, true.
Let's watch the space. Apparently, I actually saw it when I was coming here. So.
Yeah, what did you say?
I saw something when I was coming here where it was like, I was shocked. Like when when the tender that was issued to IMC, right? I was so shocked to learn that IMC as a company wasn't registered. Anyway, I was actually shocked. I saw this on Twitter where people were complaining, so people actually given a tender to a company that wasn't registered, and the company was registered later.
Yeah,
that's some bold moves.
Yeah.
That's
it's a bold move. I mean, you see an opportunity, you grab the opportunity.
Yeah. Probably we'll also get our own tender for broadcasting. I don't know.
I don't think they give out tenders for that.
Okay. So I think that's mostly for this week, right? I don't know if you have anything that you still want to share.
No,
our listeners.
That is it. Thank you very much for joining us for this episode, and we'll catch you later. We'll catch you on the next episode.
Yeah, probably. And also remember, there is YouMind.
YouMind is Howard's child.
It's actually crazy, but
anyways,
you should actually listen and give us feedback and tell us how you can improve.
Yeah, true.
We are yours. Alright, thank you guys.
Howard is yours. Thank you for tuning in. Catch you on the next episode.
Alright.
Peace out.